level up lately, and especially with guys like MuteAce and Giddy there leading the charge. But going up against the other best player in the Rio Grande Valley, we saw Shattuck earlier. Now we get to see Bullhall, who's recently been making a name for himself as one of the best Incineroars in North America.
Has already arrived.
Yep, the Stitch face there to deal 30% per toss for MuteAce.
Incineroar is a carnivore. He is not about this whole vegetation problem happening right now. 135.
Wet food only.
Yeah. Oh, this is
another
one. Another one. RNGesus can't be blessing this much this early.
The fact that MuteAce got a 0 to death off of that too is just heinous.
Remember yesterday when I was trying to call like a unique Stitch or a unique pull happening? Well, this one we already got the party started. And for Bullhall, a very, very strong anti-air based player. We saw so many up smashes and such happen. You know what you can't do? Do that against somebody who has a turnip in hand that sends you off stage every time. And Mute is controlling this lead. It is a very hard matchup to win when Peach has a lead.
I mean, Incineroar is generally just so good at that anti-air game, but Peach can mix all that up, and not to mention, right, she is really, really good at dealing with characters that don't have, you know, crazy speed, right? Obviously, Incineroar is super slow, but even his one access to burst movement in that Alolan Whip is something that Mute can space around and then drift right back in, toss out an aerial. This is tough for Incineroar, but Bullhall is hanging tough right now, even though he's on his last stock, right? This is Incineroar. Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. This is a character that makes some insane comebacks, but for Peach, the biggest issue that Incin can run into is not even just the onstage. Oh, actually, never mind. You can get a bunch of damage off the Alolan Whip, maybe find a stock right here. Does not get the dash attack, looking for an air dodge down and in, or maybe a nair trade.
I think he might have also been looking for a forward tilt. Very commonly, people will air dodge and then they'll just fall right into the Cheeto fingers, the pizza time, whatever you want to call it. But at 132, MuteAce, I mean, you know, he's close to losing that stock, but he is not looking all too uncomfortable. He is definitely realizing right off the bat, right, this is where Bullhall can play in terms of ranges, and I'm just going to stay right outside of that.
Yeah, play comfortably, don't overextend. You have a lead, no reason to go crazy because you just need to wait for Bullhall to make a mistake. But Bullhall has made very few in a while. We see 58% attached to that last stock, but it has taken quite a bit of time since I've seen MuteAce win neutral, and it might keep going.
Well, and one of the reasons that it's tough for Peach in theory is that you love to use turnips to play at that mid-range and to give you those neutral wins, but you have to be very selective about when you toss them out because revenging a turnip actually gives Incineroar a pretty hefty stack of revenge.
Yeah, it's all about conditioning the Incineroar to want to do it too much, and then you get free grabs, which get rid of it right away, and then you get stage position. But Bullhall is playing really patient. He's not jumping a lot. He's playing the grounded game well. However, this is where things get bad. You're forced to recover high because you can't take a turnip. You can't go low. You do not want to deal with that pressure from Peach off stage because if you get hit by the turnip, she will float right out there, hit you after the Alolan Whip is done, and close out the game.
And trying to go for the high recovery, you get taken on the Toadstool Tour. So it's a pretty dominant Game 1 win from MuteAce. Probably would have been a heck of a lot closer if there weren't two Stitch faces in the first stock leading to a 0 to death. But even without the Stitches, right, MuteAce got off to such a hot start.
How do you prepare for that, like in a given day? Like you get a top 8, you go hang out with friends after, you go to KBBQ because that's where everybody goes in Smashing, period. But like, I know this one that's not too far from here, so I'm sure that's accurate. But you go there, you talk to your friends like, okay, I know, I get it. I know how to fight this Peach matchup. I know what I need to do. I watched it at 0.5 speed. I can beat this. And then two Stitch face happen.
And you're like,
how do you rebound?
This is not the matchup I prepared for. Right? Peach with Stitches and Peach without Stitches, that's a different story entirely. And you're not able to give her the Stitches that you're trying to, which is the ones that you would get in a hospital. Bullhall did not get a whole lot of openings, and as an Incineroar, you kind of have to be used to the fact that you don't really get to control the pace of the game, especially if you don't get to build up an early lead, and that's why it was so big for MuteAce to get that 0 to death right off the bat.
I will say, I assume that it had something to do with Smashville and maybe a tri-flag. But I am very surprised to see that Town and City is left open here. I figured that you want MuteAce to try and force you to go to a wide range stage. The only thing that could work for Mute for sure is that when those platforms are gone, it's FD, so you get that in your favor. but Incineroar kills you sub 100 all the time here.
And that's going to be the key for Mute, right, is playing that center stage game. As an Incineroar player in this matchup, it's very tempting to go here because you can kill Peach so early, but she can command this space so much better than you can, even on the platforms, right, where normally Incineroar is so good at covering. Her float gives her such crazy versatility in a way that Incineroar just can't match unless he commits to something.
Yep, and Bullhall yesterday got a lot off of down tilt, particularly down tilt fair at the ledge. He's not winning those ledge traps right now. That is massive because for Mute, that's the majority of his win condition.
Oh,
Fourth row for stage position, and even here on town, that's going to take the stock.
At 150% rage, I mean, you're very near max at that point. And fourth throw, they made that a bona fide kill throw with Peach only being a midweight. Yeah, you'll die, and went for that side B too early. Not sure it would have mattered anyways with the bad DI.
I think that sucks for every possible scenario for Bullhall there, because if you have to try and air dodge hopefully to cancel momentum, but then you have to go low. Now you're taking a turn. So I think he was hoping that momentum cancel would stop early enough to get the Alone Whip, and it did not.
And fun fact, by the way, everybody knows that Alolan Whip will sort of start backwards and send you into the blast zone. Up B does that too. I found that out the other day in a very unfortunate way. And Bullhall knew that there weren't really any options to get back, but once you're on stage, right, that's your time to fight. If you can stick around that center platform, you can be chilling, but MuteAce playing with fire right now.
Yeah, MuteAce has gotten a very solid control of the game after that. 55% on the side of Mute, but 117 on the side of Bullhall. That's one straight aerial away. Great conditioning to force him to get up and hold shield. And for Mute, it's just keep resetting it. There's no fear here for Bullhall, like getting off ledge. You still have full control.
I love that you talk about that conditioning because you get so tunnel visioned into waiting for an aerial when a Peach is floating that long that eventually she just lands with the tomahawk, and then you just get hyper focused on the ground game after that.
That's why that nair hit, because of the fact that Mute, see, look at Mute's mix-ups on shield, constantly fading around the idea that he's gonna go for an aerial, instead gets the grab. That time,
is he dead?
Yeah, you're dead here to 94% to Incineroar. You made a whole mistake.
You know, I'm starting to think that the reason...
You can die!
No.
You can die here! You can die! Oh my god! Did not die at 40%, but Bullhall going off stage hoping to get a back air. Don't go anywhere near that platform right now if you're Mute. Oh my god.
AJ, I'm starting to think that the reason I don't like the stages Incineroar is because I'm bad, and not because it's a bad Incineroar stage. Because Bullhall's making it work. He gets a grab!
As your friend? Yeah, it might be that.
It might be that. No, I'm not going to hold you. I am an 0-2er. That's why I'm here and not there. Where Bullhall is making things work, and Mute, knowing you got to drop that shield, or you suffer a shield break at the end of the game. And the down tilts, like you said, we've been waiting to see them all set. Bullhall finally gets it, closes it out. It's 1-1.
My favorite thing about Bullhall so far is the patience. The ability to not move when it's not necessary. Because as a slow character, it is very important to not be too obvious in the neutral game. Jumping in with forward air all the time, it's a good move, but it becomes obvious. You rush up to look for Alone Whips. It's a good move, but it becomes obvious. Bullhall is holding his ground and scaring Mute because all you need is the ledge trap. And that range you have to run no longer matters.
The most important thing you can have as an Incineroar is a good sense of when your opponent wants to swing and when they want to get defensive, because you're just not fast enough to force options out of them. You have to use the mental game to do that, and Bullhall has just been amazing at that. He gets back on stage. He's got a lot of revenge stacked up, but that is going to be the problem for him.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually have no idea how Mute got him to 128 because if Bullhall was getting so much damage and Mute got him to 131 right now, the back air is not going to be enough to send him all the way off stage, but that forces the jump. Mute probably going to cover a jump here out of him. Oh, never mind. Still, Bullhall keeps getting up and understanding, I will rather take a throw here because it doesn't kill, but the winky face is going to be enough to send him out.
The dot eyes, in fact. The winky face
was it dot eyes?
Yeah, it was dot eyes, and that's important because dot eyes is the weakest turnip that is strong enough to break Incineroar's armor at that percent. Now at 21, with the revenge stacked up, it's going to be gone now because, again, MuteAce just puts on that early damage so quickly and continues this juggle. Bullhall's recoveries have been great, but getting solid footing back on stage has been the problem.
I'm going to give everybody a piece of advice when fighting against MuteAce. Don't immediately buffer an option on a platform because MuteAce...
Never ever.
Oh, Mr. Saturn has now appeared, but MuteAce is so quick to cover defensive options on the platform, and if you slow it down, it'll mix them up sometimes, but Mute is so good at that. But now Mr. Saturn in hand takes it back. That's my boy, and now he's gone.
No. MuteAce deserves to lose that stock. He deserves it.
That was murder.
An eye for an eye, am I right?
That was murder.
An eye for an eye.
Saturn had a family. Now,
Or a nose for a nose in that case.
it's a big nose.
I would know, I'm Jewish.
I am not
MuteAce
following
right
up.
now.
I am not following up that
Nope,
sentence.
that was for me. Oh, he's
Oh,
back.
another Saturn.
Ah. Now MuteAce should go ahead and die again.
All right, well, it's going to be Bullhall holding on to this stock at 170%. 0 on the side of Mute, though. Perfect defense, controlling this 35% off of one forward here, though.
It's so funny how much damage Incineroar can put on quickly. And 63 and a Alolan Whip at the ledge is going to be enough to kill. MuteAce has got to play around that.
We're kind of at an even game right now. Gets his stab tilt, but it's not the sweet spot. But look at all of these wins in a row. This is what I was mentioning before. The game doesn't matter once you get to ledge, because once you have that ledge trap, you no longer have to worry about running up on him. And Bullhall's ledge trap game has been so good. Now Mute trying to get him to move after all of these throws he's taken, and just perfect discipline.
I am amazed that Bullhall got all the way to center stage by doing the level 9 Luigi strat. Absolutely nothing. He actually stood in the corner and waited for MuteAce to give up the stage, and that is just, like you said, discipline is monk level.
Yeah, and that alone work with this range is not enough from that side, but it does force another ledge trap. Jump back air read. Oh, never mind, just a down tilt, waiting for the jump off themselves. So the jump was there, but the patience again for Bullhall. Up air is still not enough at 205.
No rage. That's going to be a hard move to kill with, and Mute just can't get that final opening. It's only one commit from Bullhall. Mute high profiling that down tilt with the float. We go to last stock here, and here comes that early damage or not. Great DI from Bullhall. And I love the early up B.
Yeah, trade to hopefully take the trade, get the armor out, try to get through. But here comes Bullhall trying to read air dodge or roll away. Bullhall getting the trade off these forwarders. That move is a really good anti-float tool. And if you're right on top of him, so is Darkest Lariat.
And I love that he has been using the Darkest Lariat sparingly and only in situations where he knows that there's a threat of a cross-up from MuteAce, but that he won't be able to be hit back for it.
Oh, he got the reversal hit of the Nair. He got the back end. Revenge and the forward air. Oh, he missed the forward air. That would have been the game.
He just didn't have enough time, and it's because MuteAce was DIing up, trying to get back to the stage. He was high enough that you couldn't immediately forward air, and even with the bounce off the stage, the knockback from the Toad counter is enough. Mute saw the counter on the recovery, and he was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, he saw how Mute went through it, too, and got that reversal. But yeah, I think that might have popped into Mute's head at the last second. He's like, wait, hold up, revenge off stage? Wait, that
I can do that.
Oh, wait a minute.
I have that too.
I have a counter too. Anything you could do, I could do better.
Mute will literally also only save that counter for points where it kills.
Yeah.
Which is like, I feel like at a top level, the correct way to use
that
counters.
matters a lot, because when you go for an off-stage counter, you know what happens when you whip? You just gave up stage position, because they're guaranteed to get back on before you, unless they freaked out and did an air dodge or something like that. So the fact that Mute only does that when it's guaranteed will make you think all those low recoveries that you had, all those great routes that you had around the turnip are free until it's not, and now Mute moves up 2-1 in the lead here.
Yeah, 2-1 set lead for MuteAce, but we go to Battlefield. You know, he DI'd in and he did not pay for it. That's crazy. You never DI in there. Oh my God. Bullhall, he is going to live, and in fact, MuteAce forced to do this early parasol. This is early damage from both of these.
Yeah, and much like Shattuck earlier, and I know that you were saying that Bullhall being second to Shattuck in this region, holds on to jumps so well. Bullhall has amazing defensive control. MuteAce is going to adjust to it at some point, because that's just how good Mute is. But Mute, now at stage position again, forces to jump early, then tries to cover the neutral get up. Actually had to dare, but it missed out. That was pretty surprising to me.
Yeah, MuteAce hasn't really been able to pick up on these recoveries, partially, like you said, the discipline from Bullhall to keep the resources, calling out the jump with the Alolan Whip, and that'll do it with all that rage. Peach is a mid-weight, but at the corner of the stage, she'd be gone, and so too is the first stock from Bullhall.
Yeah, imagine winning enough to get to 146 and then dying at 68. Luckily for Mute, answered right back.
I like great drift away there, knowing that
was so good.
A lot of Incins will just try to combo that revenge right into the Alolan Whip afterwards, that side beat, but Mute knew that, right? Drifted away, only took a small hit for it, and he is doing some custom combos here on Battlefield.
Props to Mute for not falling for a lot of these mix-ups. Now you have a free opportunity here to get a ledge tap. You need to get another Stitch! Another RNG's base pull. Let's count them down, shall we, chat? We had 2 at the start of the game. We had 2 Saturns earlier.
And the dot eyes that was clutch as well.
And the dot eyes. And now another Stitch, which means Mute is guaranteed to pull one more thing this set.
You know what? I like the call out, especially it's bold, given the fact that Bullhall is at 70%, and Mute doesn't necessarily need turnips to make up stage control and to get his true combos.
Yeah, it's just the way things are rolling down at this point. Forward air, gotta go for the turnip, forces the high recovery because the turnip control did not lose invincibility quick enough at ledge, because that normally will pop you off for waiting there for too long.
Ooh, but great aggressive landing forwarder. We haven't seen a lot of those aggressive landings from Bullhall. The Mute chasing him right back into center stage. He hasn't been able to maintain these ledge traps. He's gonna go for the back throw to get that big stage position.
Yeah, now the winning condition for Bullhall has been these amazing leg traps, and forces a panic air dodge because of how good they have been so far. This gives Bullhall a chance to get back in.
Ooh, and he wasn't confident in the run-up grab. He thought he needed to wait for a quick defensive option from MuteAce, but there just wasn't one, because Mute knows that it's worth it this percent, right? You can take a grab. And now just waiting for that approach in, Bullhall on his last legs. I think that's a dot ice. We'll never find out now.
And it was a little late and a little bit too late to try and pull off the revenge. That's the defensive tactic at the end. MuteAce taking it 3-1. Bullhall playing the matchup so well. One of the weakest points about Incineroar in that matchup.